This is the LiveWire S2 Mulholland. It's the second bike we've seen LiveWire release on the S2 platform following the Del Mar, and compared to the LiveWire 1, it's lighter weight and more affordable at $15,999. Compared to a normal gas motorcycle, electrics take a long time to charge. You can't just fill it up and keep going. So it takes a bit more planning for your day. You have to find a convenient charging station and then wait while it takes a charge. So today, we're gonna just show you how we use it in daily life and how much you have to adapt or change the way you use it to ride an electric motorcycle daily. So we're gonna hit some errands, make a couple of stops, grab some lunch, plug this in, charge it, see how much juice I can get in the hour that we're eating, and then ideally head up to the Twisties off Angeles Crest and have some fun riding this thing quick.
All right, so the LiveWire S2 Mulholland. It is a little bit lighter weight than the LiveWire 1 at 432 pounds. There's no such thing as wet weight because it doesn't hold fuel. We see 194 foot-pounds of torque claim, 84 horsepower. Acceleration is exhilarating. It is rapid. It is wildly fun to leave a stop sign or a red light. Ride modes, right now I've got it in sport. You have sport, rain, road, or economy, as well as 2 programmable rider modes. All right, that front wheel was floating up a little bit right there. So LiveWire claims 121 miles of city riding on this bike, and that is tested at or under 55 miles per hour, according to LiveWire. In my test, I haven't been able to get that much range out of it. It's really difficult to spend a day riding through Los Angeles without really getting on a highway. And when you take this thing up to highway speeds and, you know, sustained high speeds, you really see that battery level drop. This bike does have a top speed of 99 miles per hour, and that's not because that's all that the motor's capable of. It's because that's where LiveWire decided that they were gonna stop it. You'll also see later in our day, as we get more deeper into battery usage, that it does start to limit output once you get into the lower battery range. So you see a little turtle icon pop up on the dash, and that means that you are no longer getting full power. Cool, so the first spot's just Ace Hardware, Johnny's Art of Sharp. Johnny's an amazing knife sharpener, so I brought my carving knives, gonna get them sharpened up. It's only about a mile from my house, you know, so we never really got up to very high speeds coming here. Still at 100%. But when you look at the S2 Mulholland, the lines at the front are very similar to the S2 Del Mar. They've moved away from the gas tank looking design for something that really embraces the electric design. It leans into what this bike really is. And you know, you have some exposed wiring and cables here. Looks different than a gas bike, looks electric. The seat goes all the way up top, so you can really get up on it, which is really nice when you're getting a little bit more aggressive with your riding. Mid controls for me are just tighter than 90-degree angle with my knees here. With the 6-inch risers, pretty even grip. The ergonomics are really comfortable for me. Looking at the bike with its tall front and the dropped seat, I was not expecting it to be as comfortable handling. It's a nice bike. It's easy to move around on when you're out hitting the twisties or just moving through town, so.
All right, we've ridden about 5 miles since we left the house. We're now at our second stop, Altadena Beverage. I normally come here, get some bread, some flowers, some beer, you know, water, whatever for the house. Great little locally owned spot. After 5 miles, the bike is still reading 100%. So after this, we're gonna go a little bit further to the butcher shop that I go to in La Crescenta. It's about 8 miles away, and that requires a little bit of highway use. So we'll see how that affects battery.
So LiveWire doesn't really give a claimed range for highway miles. They only offer the 121 city mile range. And all of that is at a top speed of 55 miles per hour in testing. So that's not really the most accurate for how we're going to use this bike, especially in LA County, where, freeways average speed seems like it's around 75 miles an hour. So once you get onto the freeway and you pick up speed and you're holding those sustained higher speeds, you really do see that percentage start to drop.
All right, we just wrapped up at our third spot, Harmony Farms here, and now we're getting hungry. It's time for lunch. It's time to juice up the bike a little bit. So first thing is to find an available level 2 fast charger. From there, we'll try to find a decent spot for lunch. But it's harder to find an available level 2 fast charger than it is to find a restaurant. So wish us luck. We'll see what we can find. So it's a parking garage. Looks like charging is free, no app required, but you do have to pay for parking. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's smooth and it's close to downtown with a bunch of restaurants around, so hopefully we can make something happen.
All right, so now we're done with lunch. We parked the bike at 71% at 2:57. It is now 4:03, and I get updates through the LiveWire S2 app showing me synced 2 seconds ago. The bike is now at 94% charge with 113 miles of range. So we're ready to rip. It's a great charge, good range. I think we could head up into the hills, hit some twisties, and have some fun. Let's throw it in sport mode and use up some of this juice. All right, we left downtown with 100% battery and 114 miles of claimed range. We rode a little over 20 miles to now the height of Angeles Crest, given we were riding a little bit faster and having some fun on the twisties. Now we are at 39% with the claimed 22-mile range, which is about how far I have to go to get home. So let's head on back. Hope we make it because we don't have a charger under the seat here. Wish me luck and we'll see you down there.
All right, so we are conserving energy going home. I'll switch to eco mode. You see the leaf right there. And then as we descend here, let's talk a little bit about the bike's handling. Tip-in is really nice and easy. You have the low seat height on the bike and a really low center of gravity, so it carries its weight really well. When you're down in the turns, the bike holds a line with minimal effort. It's just a little bit of inside effort through the turn, but when you get down in it, it is actually just very nice, neutral handling, easy to ride. As you can hear in my voice, there are a little bit of bumps, that are transferred into the seat, but that's all to be expected. And as you can see, when we go into economy mode, it doesn't totally, sap power. It just ups regen braking, slows power output a little bit, but it doesn't totally kill the vibe. It doesn't stop it from being a fun bike with quick acceleration. 5%, 3 miles. Made it home with battery to spare.
So all in today, we did just over 68 miles. That was 28 miles before lunch, which brought us down to 71% when we hit the level 2 fast charger at lunch. Level 2 charger for about an hour and 20 minutes, which brought us back up to 100%. We left downtown Pasadena, headed up Angeles Crest, got to the top of the hill with 39%. So we used 61 to get up to the top of the hill, given we were riding a bit more aggressively and enjoying the twisty roads up there. Descending the mountain, we got back down the hill with 15% left, where we then swapped to economy mode and took the side streets back home. We pulled in the driveway with 5% battery and a claimed 3 miles of range, so just by the skin of our teeth. So what have we learned? The LiveWire S2 Mulholland is a very fun bike to ride, handles really well, it's a blast, the acceleration, torque output, all amazing. But there's a few things that you should know. First off is, if all your buddies ride gas bikes, they'll probably leave you behind. Your range is limited, you're gonna have to stop and charge, they'll fill up with gas and keep going. Unless you're at some spot, a charger that's conveniently close to some place that everybody wants to hang out, you're probably gonna get left. Second is lithium-ion batteries. Electric bikes are expensive. They're gonna cost more for what you get than a gas-powered bike. You can find used gas-powered bikes on Craigslist, OfferUp all day. Electric bikes are fewer, farther between, they're newer, and they just cost more money. Third is being out and charging in the world sucks. You don't have a car with air conditioning and a charger for your phone where you can sit comfortably. You're in a parking lot with your bike, exposed to the elements. So you're just gonna be sitting on a curb, hanging out, or looking for the closest restaurant to try to find some comfort while you charge your bike. All right, well that's it for the LiveWire S2 Mulholland. Thanks for riding along with us today. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.